Yo, what's going on, people? Just got back in the house, cooking some potatoes. I'm learning how to manage my money a little bit better because I still have bills to cover, but I'm trying to raise money for this vehicle of mine so I can get back where I left off and be on my own. Then I work on saving like $4,000 or $5,000, get my own place, and we'll take things from there. But I don't care one bit about the Epstein files. I don't care who's on that list. But me and you know that Trump is on the Epstein files. That's why he's stalling to release them. Does the American people, will that change? Will that change any of his support? Will his support dwindle because of the fact that he's on the Epstein files? I don't believe it will. Because we know what he is. Look at the way he talks about his daughter. Look at his history of, his wives and the fact that he's been accused of sexual assault from, I think, the first wife, sexual assault. Look at the history with the whole Stormy Daniels. Look at that. Look at that whole controversy. So, because this video is not about the Epstein files. I don't care one bit about the Epstein files. I don't care that Michael Jackson's on that list. I don't care that Akon's on there. I don't care that Chris Tucker or Barack Obama or Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I don't care that anybody is on that list because I believe the more money you get in life, the more crap you get away with, the more dirt you're able to do. I believe most millionaires, most billionaires are pedophiles. All right? I believe 95% of them are pedophiles. Because when you have enough money, you're able to go overseas and molest children. So, what they do, the real judge in all this will be God when they reach Judgment Day. Donald Trump has 15, 16 years left of life. He's going to seek God one day, and he's going to have to answer for all these things. So I don't wish for him to go to jail at his age. But the reason why I was telling you guys I'm giving up sex for the next 12 years, 13 years, is because it's a tolerance like drugs. And the more you engage in it, and I never told nobody this, but I don't feel like, I've said this before, I don't feel like men like find other men attractive. And if they do, it's because their mindset or the role they play. They may change genders, or they may, you know, take on a role of, I guess, the girl in a relationship without changing genders, without altering their appearance, if that's a better way to put it. But this really shows you when you don't have a lot of control over your urges, when you don't try to seek out help or you don't try to seek out God or religion, this is what you turn out. This is the consequences. This is the result when you don't try to fix it early on and you just think it's normal. Because guys, I watched this movie I'm going to talk about later on, but there was this movie called Sister My Sister, and they didn't really depict a lot of sexuality in the movie, but it was about a lesbian incestual relationship. It was two sisters. They had like a 6 year age gap. This is based on a true story. They murdered their housekeeper. They murdered their boss and her daughter because they were going to fire. They were going to fire the two sisters, and she was going to expose their relationship to the whole town. And she wound up killing their boss. Both of them killed the boss and the daughter. One got life, the other one got 10 years. But they had those two apart so long that the first sister, She wound up killing herself in jail, but she was probably gonna get out eventually. I don't know, but if we normalized incest, like you say, like me saying, like you probably think I'm disgusting for watching that movie. You know, you think right now, man, you're nasty for watching a movie like that. I wasn't watching it for those purposes because the Bible itself, a lot of incest goes on in the Bible. So I was watching it more for understanding, like psychology purposes, really. But you probably think right now, like, bro, you're disgusting for even watching something like that. But give it like 30 years from now. Let's just say there you're allowed to, like biologically speaking, it's dangerous to like this. We're talking about a lesbian relationship now, like two women, they can't procreate, but it's biologically dangerous to have, you know, like your sister and your brother, you know, or your father and his or his daughter have a child because the child is going to most likely come out deformed. But if you were to give it some time, let's just say they legalize same sex like relations amongst brother and brother, sister and sister, you wouldn't have a problem. It wouldn't be a problem for me just saying I watched a movie or me talking down on a relationship like that. You wouldn't. It would have a like a term like homophobic. It would have a term for that. So don't go based off of. Let me check my food. Don't go based off of. Don't go based off of what society deems as normal. Go by what you feel is normal. Now, me, I don't know. I don't. It's hard to really say in the movie. Like I don't. One thing I'm not going to do because it came off like I was being judgmental in my some of my videos because I don't know, maybe for some LGBT people, maybe the relationships they engage in, maybe it's a coping mechanism. It helps them. Maybe it helps them deal with the trauma that they experience in life. I don't know, but if society were to approve of a lesbian relationship like in that movie, then there would be no problem for me for it would be a problem for what I'm saying right now. I'm not talking down on it because I don't even think I don't know. I don't even think they looked at each other as sisters. Maybe they looked at each other as just good friends. But it was no. There's nothing to come out of their relationship. They can't have any kids, so maybe it's not a big deal. Like if they were brother and sister, there'll be a little bit of a problem because then they have a child. The child's gonna come out deformed, and that's not the child's fault. But the whole point of this video, guys, was the Epstein files. The Epstein files. It represents when you have no control over your private areas as a man. Me, I don't trust myself enough to engage in sex. Because for one, and I'm looking you dead in the camera when I say this, I would never go that under 20. Though, well, I'm out of the 20s right now, but I would never go that under 20s route at my age. Somebody under 20 is just developing. They're still trying to find their way. They're still trying to understand who they are. So that's a no-no for me. And it's like I hate relationships that involve like a 20-year-old and someone's like my age or a little older. I just can't stand the sight of it. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I've seen it when I was a little younger, and it made me feel some kind of way. And I mean gay like relationships where there's a big age disparity. I can't stand relationships like that. But I respect young people enough not to go that route. But I don't trust myself to engage in sex at this point because I don't know what I would evolve into. That's really my concern. And we don't. And here's the thing: we don't know. I don't know. I have discipline, but I don't trust myself enough because I look at it right now like, okay, I don't like dudes, and any thoughts I had were like really high school, elementary school, and I can't go that route. So it's really like try to just take a break for the next 13 years and see, and whatever comes your way, that's really what you go after. But I I just like because I'm kind of got a little emotional back there, but men who don't have control over themselves, when they don't have control over their urges, this is the result. They go on islands and they sexually abuse 12-year-old girls. And this is how and me and the guy, we had a conversation about this in the truck. We were saying how this is how Jeffrey Epstein made most of his money, through blackmail. He was blackmailing a lot of the people who went to his island and were molesting those girls. But I don't care about the files myself. I'm just showing you this signifies when you don't have no control over your private areas.